The gap at the top, wow, it's over, isn't it? 15 points. It's safe to say the title race is going to Anfield. Mikel Arteta's obviously bored of hearing about it. Have a listen to what happened during his interview with Sky Sports after the match.
And do you regret not signing a striker in January? Perhaps that extra player? No, it's not about that?
No, it's not about that.
Okay, Mikel, one more. Yeah. I have to ask you about the title race because it's 15 points now. Is it too much? Right.
Well, that's what you paid big bucks for, isn't it?
To be fair, Pat did ask Mikel about 28 questions yesterday, and it was like the interview must have lasted about a quarter of an hour. He wasn't told to walk off at the end because he'd said everything.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Yeah. And plus, he'll be sick of it. He knows he needs a striker, surely. He's not daft, isn't he?
Of course he does. He absolutely knows that they do a lot right at Arsenal. There's a lot about them that's really good to watch. But they need that something extra to make the difference when it really matters. That's what they need. And it's, not easy to find. Everyone's looking for that. But Arsenal being one of the biggest and the very best clubs in the world, they've got to try and get it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Manchester United moved up to the dizzying heights of 14th. Thanks to that draw at Old Trafford, it means that Ruben has picked up 5 wins and 19 points from his 17 Premier League games in charge. You know what? I like this guy. I do. I hope he does well, Amarine. I hope he does.
Yeah.
So to bring more on this, let's welcome a man who's been in the dugout of Manchester United, overseeing 3 Premier League title wins, 2 League Cups, a Club World Cup, wow, and a Champions League win. Is Sir Alex's right-hand man, Mike Phelan, joins us. Mike, a very good morning.
How are you, Alan? Chaps?
Morning, Mike.
Very well, Mike.
And we're good, mate. Thank you. Very good.
Yeah, too many Norwich in this programme for me today, by the way. Mike, listen, the crowd were up for a win. They got right behind them after the protest. And, they almost nicked it at the end, didn't they, United?
Yeah, that last 5-6 minutes was probably the most exciting part of the game, really. It was a bit of a fumble in the first half. Arsenal dominated completely in the first half, and United really just stuck at it. They stuck to the principle of the game, which was to defend in numbers, and they got through it.
Yeah, just looking at it, Mike, and it's going to take time, though, isn't it? I mean, the manager coming in, you can't keep changing managers, and we see some really experienced managers going into Manchester, and it's not working. But I think he's shown signs that he needs a couple of transfer windows, Mike, and if he can get the right personnel in, and it's all about recruitment these days, and I think the team to look at is Liverpool. Liverpool have always, and probably Brighton. Brighton's another one. The recruitment is so important, and he needs a little bit of help along the way, doesn't he?
Yeah, recruitment is important, and one thing's for sure, they can't keep affording to get rid of managers. They spent quite a lot of money on getting rid of managers over the last few years. But yeah, Liverpool are the standard bearers this time round. United really just need to start to build really and get some consistency in performance and in their form, because that's definitely been lacking this season. I don't think they've had back-to-back wins this season, which is pretty unusual. So it's very unusual. But it is difficult. New manager comes in. They've had lots and lots of changes since the great man left, and it's just going to take time. And windows and recruitment are very, very important. It's all down to who they recruit, what they recruit, and can they recruit.
Yeah, no, true. Mick, what about the summer ahead? It is going to be a real significant one for the club this year. You would expect there's going to be a lot of ins and plenty of outs. As well at Old Trafford. You can only do so many, and you can't integrate 8 and 9 new players into a team. It's very, very difficult to do that. What would your advice be to someone like Ruben Amorim going into this window? Just 1 or 2, or do you think it needs a lot more than that?
Well, it all depends on what's coming down from the top, really. What are the messages? Are they rebuilding completely? In which case they've set the stall a little bit in a couple of young players that they've brought in already. So I think that's looking at the direction they're going in. They're hopefully going to promote a few more kids from the academy if they're there. They're trying to do that. So it looks as though they're going to go youth above all else. But they still need that experience. The Premier League's a monster, as we all know. And you need youth and experience to complement what you're trying to achieve. but it's going to be a long haul.
Well,
there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, Mike, it's absolutely, because you look at City even. Look at the situation they're in now. What does Pep do come the close season? Because you've got the likes of Brighton, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Forest. It's not easy now, is it? Liverpool they've lost one game, which is unbelievable, but the rest are queuing up behind now. They're all improving.
The Premier League doesn't allow you to stand still. Do you know what I mean? You've got to keep making big decisions. You've got to make the cut sometimes. 1-2 seasons down the line, then you've got to replenish it again and look for something else, because the Premier League demands so much of players. It demands so much of supporters and staff that you have to keep looking at what's around the corner. You can't just think you're satisfied and you've got enough. I think Liverpool, Man City, it's exactly what you just said there. Their sort of drop has been totally unexpected, but it's come really crashing down, and they're starting again.
Yeah. Now, Mike, I don't know if you're coming down to the festival, but no doubt the great man himself, Sir Alex, and Robbo, he'll be towing along there somewhere, getting out the helicopter. Him and Ronnie Woods. So I'm looking forward to seeing the boys this coming week. Do you get involved in it?
I've been down there on a few occasions with Sir Alex and a couple of his friends, Jed Mason and what have you, and I've been a guest of the great jockey over the years, Michael Dickinson. So he's a big red. Do you
remember the first five home in the Gold Cup? Magic.
That's right, yeah. Well, him and his wife invited us down.
Can you name them, Mike?
Times.
Can you name them? Can you name the five?
I can't name them, no. I'm not that. Alan, I'm not you. I'm not as clued up as that with the GGs.
Got it now.
Ashley House, Brigand, Silverbuck.
I forgot.
Hold on, no, I haven't. I'll get the three of them.
That's
Wayward Lad.
Yes.
Wayward Lad. Is that four?
That's four.
Wayward Lad, Brigand, Silverbuck, Ashley House, and there's one, Captain John. That's five, isn't it?
That's it.
Yeah, that's a five.
John.
Not in that order, but no, he was a genius, absolute genius. First five home brewing. But it's going to be dry. It's going to be great. It's going to be tough. But Mike, listen, great to talk again.
Is that
we'll see
dry?
What happens. Of course.
Is that dry?
It's certainly. We've been watering here at Jackdaw's a little bit this morning already. Mike, take care. Thank you.
Great to see you, Mick.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.